Hi to everybody. Quite a few people in. I want to welcome everyone. We've got people in from the States, Netherlands, Spain, Australia, UK, New Zealand. So we've got quite a few people from all over, so I do want to welcome you there for it. My name is Noel Adams. I'm the CEO of Smada World. Smada World own Next Level Africa and the NLA coin. What I'd like to do is, I guess a lot of people have their version on what MLM is all about, and so we're trying to give our members some marketing tips and just keep them informed. One of the things out there, we do have a lot of people, really just asking what is MLM all about. And so we do have our different versions of what we feel it's all about. Now, all I can do is tell you what MLM means to me. You may have your version. We're interested in getting some input from people because we do want to educate as much as we possibly can. But I'm a 30-year veteran on networking, and before that I was just traditional business. And I always considered that having the combination of traditional business and networking all incorporated into one was going to be a winner. I spent many years trying to bring that together, and I think we have in the products that we're dealing with now. So my focus is really in that. So therefore, having to understand the concept of traditional business and MLM, because they are close, they're very close to each other. It's just that sometimes when you talk to people about MLM structure, they just feel it's illegal or fattening. But what it means to me is that in the MLM world, it's about doing something once and getting paid for it forever. That's the concept of it. And in saying that, look, someone might write a book or a poem or a song out there, and they receive royalties from it. So doing it once and getting paid forever. And so some of the authors out there, in fact, my family have been involved in royalties. My younger son has been fortunate enough to be part of a few fairly successful movies, so he gets a check every now and again that comes in from his royalties from the movie that go back quite a few years. So that's the other part of it. And the other part to me, it's buying back your time, because in the traditional world out there, you're doing the same thing day in, day out, getting out of bed, going to work, possibly building someone else's business, and when that's all finished, you then have to look around and say, where's my income? So buying back your time just allows you to have choices in this world out there. One of the stories with what happened to me when I realized just how important that was, we've had some ventures out there, but we bought a waterfront property for the family, and we had a train, actually a Melbourne train carriage on the property, and we were building a house, so it had a ladder leading up to it. And my older son had a fall. He fell down from the ladder and landed on his back. So he was laid up for about 3 months. Well, there was no question at all about me having to say to somebody I need time off, or having to burden my son with charging him for it, because I was in the networking world. So it just simply meant that I could look after him for 2 months and not burden him with income. So that in itself, because how else do you do it? If you've got a traditional job, you've got to go and tell your boss, a bit of time off, or get him to pay somebody to do it. So I felt quite, special that I could do that for him. The other thing with me is that it's the type of products that I look at. So being in the internet business with virtual products, I can build my business from anywhere in the world. So I don't have to be in one particular place. I could be anywhere right now. I don't have to be sitting in a designated office on a regular basis. It can be anywhere at all. The other thing too is that I like the concept of being because this is not a selling business, it's a telling business. So telling people about concepts out there rather than having to look after actual physical products out there, but just by letting people know, because we are in a marketplace out there where we've got some very nice products, and the main product, of course, is cryptocurrency. So being able to tell people about their concept rather than be able to, show them and try to sell products for them out there. Now look, it's as simple as this. The simplicity of this business is what we call TTP, talk to people. You don't need any special skill, just do it, talk to people. And if that doesn't work, you TTMP, you talk to more people, because it works. It's a numbers game. So if you don't do that, it's like dropping out letterbox pamphlets. You know that you've got to drop 1,000 of them out there to get 4 or 5 inquiries. So that's the reality. So it's all to do with numbers. People have asked me, what do I say to invite guests to the webinar? Well, it's not trying to explain too much, because nobody will believe what you are about to tell them. That they need to hear it and see it there and really understand it, because it'll just sound like it's one of those things that's too good to be true, so it's obviously not true. So it's an area out there where you just have to be careful, but really by saying to somebody that if I could show you a concept where you could create wealth from cryptocurrency, would you be interested in having a look at it? And that's really all it is, because that's what the main feature of what we're doing here is. We have obviously other products that we deal with, but the main feature is accumulating wealth in cryptocurrency, and we've certainly been able to see that over the last few years out there with it. So in saying that, that's just my bit of input into what networking is and how you go about building a business. But it's an area out there that everyone has their own set of skills. Look, my background, I've been in business for 50 years, so how I would talk to people might be different to how someone else talks to people. When I first started in networking, I'd pull up and talk to the telegraph pole, because I figured I just needed to hone the skill on understanding and talking to people that were not interested was a main goal of mine, because these were the people that gave me the Q&A that I have developed over the years to be able to answer the questions that do come up. Okay, look, well, in saying that, I'll move on to the what we're here for, and as I said, that look, Smarter World is really about bringing a lot of concepts together. When we got this going a few years ago, and bringing the different variation of where we feel it is, the NLA coin. We've got a massive backing from some really large banking organisations. The banking group at the top of the chain looking after us is the HSBC Bank, and they're the ones that look after our asset account, and they're running the humanitarian program. Okay, so this is about the NLA and BCN promotion and marketing tips, which I've just tried to share some marketing tips with you there. Welcome to the BitClub Network. Right now is the time to capitalise on the digital currency movement happening all over the world. As a member of BitClub Network, you have the opportunity to participate in the mining pools that allow you to earn daily Bitcoin and other digital assets. It's one of those areas out there. When I developed the NLA coin, we go into a proof of stake, so we don't need the mining aspect of it. But what's happened clearly out there, because of the cost of mining, that there's been a business that's come from it. So it's not just the mining aspect of it, there's the business aspect that comes from this. Now the benefits of BitClub Network to our team. BitClub Network are not a startup company. BitClub Network has had growth and a successful track record for 3 solid years. Experienced teams joining our group and working with us. The opportunity for the NLA coin, in other words, the opportunity to present the LA coin, the NLA coin to the various groups out there, because after all, the people involved in BCN, BitClub Network, are crypto. And the crypto product is something that they're all interested in. This is the blockchain info pools there. It just shows simply that, look, when this was taken, you might see BitClub Network there showing 3.2%. That can vary every day. You might look in there and it's 2.5. Today it might be 5.5. But generally they stick around the 5%. And they're just doing further mining facilities now that are not quite ready, but they're ready to kick in, so that hash rate there should increase. But you'll see that that's just to prove to members that they are in the blockchain, and that's how they're mining, and that's their mining percentage of what they mine every day. Look, they have a very, very lengthy and informative compensation plan. We're not going to go into their comp plan at this point because there are videos, and they've been doing videos for the last 3 years all over the internet, and the comp plan videos can run to an hour and a half. So it's one of those areas that to get a really informed information about their comp plan, you probably need to look at 1 or 2 videos. Some are better than others, obviously, out there. We're trying to recommend videos, and we're putting a whole range of videos into our Smada World site so members can get to what we feel is the best of the videos. They have multiple income streams through the BCN, including Bitcoin mining shares, multiple binary team cycle bonus, binary matching bonus, level up sponsorship bonus, plus much more. That's not going to mean too much until you become involved with it, but we've had quite a few members because we now have about 350 members in our group. That's not really a lot, but we're just really starting off. They've had a few, well, just a few changes in BitClub Network where they've changed over from Bitcoin to Bitcoin Cash, so they're just rectifying that now. All of the mining partial shares just kicked into gear for the first time in 2 months, about 2 or 3 days ago. So we had about $5,000 worth of mining pools go amongst our group. So that was quite good. A good YouTube video explaining the compensation plan in detail is this particular one here. It was made in December 2017 when Bitcoin was still around the $4,000 mark. There are some out there, one in particular that stands out to me, where the person had accumulated some 900 odd Bitcoin, and at the time the Bitcoin was around the $300 Bitcoin, so he had a value on the Bitcoin of about $370,000 at the time. Those same Bitcoin today could be worth between $10 and $12 million. So you can see that by accumulating coins through mining is a much better way than to buy and hold. So that person, and a lot of people in the early stages, because this started when Bitcoin was around the $200, of course, when it shot up to $20,000 back in December, there were people coming into it from everywhere. Now, how to get started? Step 1 is make a decision on which pool is the right one for you. We have the $500 mining pool, and they all work or run for 1,000 days. The first 30 days is just getting the equipment, the mining equipment set up, and so therefore it's 1,030 days. And I noticed on things like in the back office in the mining pools, new accounts being set up now are not showing the days, so they're still tweaking the back office there, and I should imagine we'll start to see that. But they all run for 1,000 days there. The $1,000 pool runs for 1,000 days, and you can see where your commissions, where it's set. You can set it on the 500 at 50%. In other words, 50% goes back into repurchase your mining pool activity, so that you never are without mining activity going. So even when this one runs out, you've built up the others in there, so you probably, after the 3 years on a $500 pool, depending on what percentage you put back in there, you should have between anywhere between 2 and 4 shares in the mining pool, and that'll just continue to run out there with it. So it just compounds. And same with the 1,000, it's 60% that you can hold on that, and the 2,000 you can hold 70%. What that means is that you can get paid 70% commissions. But if you decide that you want to accumulate it, which was what I've had, I've got all mine set on 100%, so it builds up the amount and of coins and shares, in the mining pools that you'll build up. The Founder pool is probably the one worthwhile looking at if you can afford it. It brings you the whole 3 pools all together, and that also runs for 1,000 days, so you have 1 share in all of the 3 pools, and it's been quite a good one. Mine's only been running now for about 100 days, so I can only talk about 100 days return on that, but as I said, as it compounds, it starts to build up. Now, we at Next Level Africa are thrilled to announce this amazing promotional offer. Next Level Africa are making the whole recruitment process so much easier because of our unique approach to team building. Look, with BitClub Network, they have a binary, and we're not in control of the binary, so we're doing a bit of a partial team build where we are just, because in Next Level Africa there's only 1 link. For those of you that don't understand that, I've built it so that the whole thing is blocked in. There is no runaway legs, and there's no requirements that I put in there for recruiting out there. When a company puts requirements into the thing, it's usually put there for the company, because if you don't meet those requirements, then the company keep the money. So I didn't put any requirements in there. I just really want people to get paid. So therefore, by doing that, it just simply means that there's a better flow of dollars. I'll go over some numbers, because we are just in the process now of doing some upgrades in Next Level Africa, where we're bringing the whole thing together with the yearly subscription. So we're still in the early stages with that as well. Now, we have a limited number of NLA accounts. We're pleased to be able to open this promotion to both current NLA members as well as people who are not yet members. Getting in early gives you a better position. The matrix fills from left to right. The closer to the left, the earlier you get your downline. So this is within Next Level Africa, and what we're offering people who want to become part of the BCN component of our team build. First of all, I want to make a major announcement, and for those of you that have been involved with this for some time, at the end of June, I'll be ceasing the dollar coin in Next Level Africa. There'll be no more dollar coin. Now, this is a good thing, because what will happen from there's all coins that are purchased for people to be members of Next Level Africa and some of the other programs we've got coming up. It'll be launching in the next week or so. you'll need to buy these coins from the exchange or from members. So the market value of the coin will hold. It's because I want the members to accumulate some coins before I close the door on this one. And I will explain just a little bit there. Just to give you an idea, we have just loaded line 4 into, because for those of you that don't know, we closed up Next Level Africa, and we've got the thing now running on a development server, and we have another live server that it's not a live server, sorry, that we've got loaded all of the information we have from the previous setup there, so that we have history that we can check on that. So from the dev server, when we complete a line, that then gets loaded up, and then it goes into the live NLA server. So what you can see there now is 121 members, and you can see for, last time I looked it could have changed, 121 members would be correct, and 4 projects. We're currently in the process now of doing some more projects. What I want to just mention what that means to members. If we didn't have the dollar coin in there now, and the coins were now at the market maker's value on the coin, which is now $80, some odd cents, 121 positions in the matrix, because we've really been able to compound this from allowing members to purchase the dollar coins for their upgrades. That 121 members has generated $145,000 worth of cryptocurrency to our members in the matrix. We've just received line 5, so we're working on line 5 now to put line 5 in. When line 5 goes in, that would mean that we've got 243 members from line 5 going in. That would represent, once again on today's dollars, of $291,000 that would be distributed to our members. Line 6, 729 members, that would be 874,000 going to the members. I'd go all the way up to line 9, because we do have up to line 9 that's virtually completed. That would allow our members, just on line 9 alone, $23 million would be distributed to the members in NLA, giving us a total that's completed on today's dollars of $35 million that will go to the members in NLA. Now, because we run a very strict team build, there's only one link, it's all blocked up, and so therefore nobody misses that. That's why I'm doing it line by line, because I don't want anyone to miss their commissions. From a company's point of view, I could just say, right, put everybody in there and good luck, because the company won't miss out, but the members will. So whilst people have been telling me it's slow and it's taking a long time, I'm doing this for the members, because when we finish this, you'll realise what you've got. Now, in 3 months from now, or 2.5 months from now, I believe, because of the value of the coin, that's not going to be $35 million going to members. Members are going to have in excess of $50 million. So all I'm saying is that this has been built for the members, for them to, because a lot of people have not been able to make money out of network marketing. And I figured that it's given me quite a bit in my life on network, and so I want to give something back. So that's why I started this out there and had it specially built for this. I do get people saying that they want to use their own link and build their own team and stuff like that out there, but I won't allow that. It's one link, and the matrix gets built. So if we miss out on some of these large teams that want to build their own build out there, that's just how it is. But NLA will be a total team build, and that's how I've set it in concrete. Now, the first deal that we have here with this, the $500 BCN Mining Pool, plus it's a $99 one-off registration, you'll receive a fully paid position in Next Level Africa plus 10 NLA coins. Coins will be paid directly into your new NLA account, which you can withdraw to your NLA wallet. All currency is in US dollars. So you get the payment made for the upgrade, plus you receive your 10 coins. So this is, apart from what you can make in BCN, this is a little added bonus there, and it's been quite accepted amongst the members. So we are doing exceptionally well where the members are as well. The $1,000 BCN mining pool, you would receive a fully paid position in Next Level Africa plus 20 NLA coins. Coins will be paid directly into your new NLA account, which you can withdraw to your NLA wallet. All currency, incidentally, is in US dollars. So therefore, you know, that's how we work it out there, and that's how things are paid. They're based on the US dollar. If anybody's got any questions on it, we're doing it at the end, so just save them till the end. Out there, normally Angelina makes these announcements, but she's had a bit of problem with the with her internet. So anyway, but just save all the questions till the end. The $2,000 mining pool, you would receive a fully paid position in Next Level Africa plus 40 NLA coins. Coins will be paid directly into your, okay. I've just got a message, that's all right. Take that down on there. Angelina's telling me she's back, that's good. Okay, so I've got support out there. I'm not to be trusted by myself in this. So where were we? So 40 NLA coins will be paid directly into your NLA account, which you can withdraw to your NLA wallet. And once again, all currency is in US dollars. Now for the mining pool of the Founder pack, this is a fairly lucrative one, this one. A full Founder BCN mining pool pack is $3,500. Plus, of course, the $99 registration. Now, you'll receive a fully paid position in Next Level Africa plus 80 NLA coins. Coins will be paid directly into your new NLA account, which you can withdraw to your NLA wallet. And once again, all currencies in US dollars. So the Founder pack is quite a lucrative pack, receiving the 80 coins from that. And I'll do a bit of a graph on what that represents. Look, when we first started doing this, the asset account in NLA was $4.5 billion, and the market maker had set our coin at $62. The current value on the coin now is $80 a coin. So by the time, if it kept that same pace, during the month of March, our coin went up 35%. Went up $18. If it kept that rate going, the coin would be, by the end of June, somewhere around about the $130 for the NLA coin. It could be more, it could be less, but that's, you know, a bit of a figure. So these figures I'm doing here is really just to give you an idea of what this promotion is worth. So the mere fact that I've mentioned that the coin went up by $18 for March, if it does the same thing by the end of this month, the coin might see close to $100 coin at the end of this month. So let's assume that the coin were $100. The mining pool, the 600, I rounded it off at $600 because it's very hard to put accurate figures on when you're dealing with cryptocurrency that can vary in price as well. And also you've got fees, you've got exchange fees and things like that. So these figures are not totally correct because, as I said, you'll have bank fees, exchange fees and things like that. So I've just rounded it off. So at $600 and you receive 10 NLA coins, that would have a value of $1,000 if the coins were $100. So you can see that it's cost you $600. You receive a $15 gift on that. So you're showing a profit on that at that point at $415. That's without doing a thing with BCN. Remember, you're in the mining pools, so you're earning money from that. We have members with some really large downlines accumulating now, so people are earning money from their binary payments. So, but that's just purely what you would do without doing anything apart from taking on a $600 mining pool. I'll jump through them now to the 3,600 or 3,005 plus 99 for the founder pool. You would receive 80 coins, and the coins valued at $100 a coin would give you $8,000. 3,600 for your cost, $15 gift from the NLA would show you a profit of $4,415. So you can see where the founder pool is quite a lucrative one to get hold of. Now, I've jumped up because, as I said, with the coins out there, there are people that are going to sell them immediately. There are people that are going to hold them. There are people who are going to sell some, hold some. So it depends. These figures would only happen when you actually sell the coins. So if you sold the coins in the next few months, this is what the figure you're looking at. But because of our sister coin, Chingaling coin, 15 months ago was the same price as the NLA coin now, $80. Because the techs are working on the exchange and there's a little bit of activity going on there, that it's been a little bit more involved than what they thought, because we do have some security teams in Los Angeles and the UK and in Hong Kong and South Africa. And they're all arguing with each other about who's right and who's wrong. Anyway, but the Chingaling coin was $80. We can't see the value on the Chingaling coin, but I'm going to be guessing at it at this point because of the value and how they've gone up. I would say the Chingaling is around the $600 mark. So we've gone from $80 15 odd months ago to now being worth $600. Now, I'm suggesting, because the NLA coin, in the 3 years we've been running the two coins together, has showed a slightly better increase in its value than the Chingaling. When they both were released in the market, the Chingaling came in at $12 when it was released. There's 50 billion coins in the Chingaling out there. They have, last I've heard, somewhere around 35 billion in the asset account. And the NLA coin was $1.12. But when we look at the percentages, the NLA coin is always just done that little bit better than the Chingaling coin. So just to point that out, that we expect the NLA coin to at least do that over the next 12 to 18 months out there. Now, if it were that the coins were $150, to do a pool one, $600, that's going to show you a profit of $915. I mean, these, incidentally, I do want to mention this, there is no other company on the planet that can do this. There's absolutely nobody that can do it. The backing that we have behind us as well out there, it would be impossible. Not even BCN can do this. If we jump through to the mining pool, the founder pool, $3,600, 80 NLA coins at 150 returns you $12,000, showing you a profit of $8,415. We haven't even touched what you would earn from the BCN mining pool. That's just what you would earn from NLA, plus a position in the matrix where it's constantly building and For those of you that don't know, my visit to America was put off because of this problem they're having with the exchanges and just getting things right there. I was due to go on the 26th of March. My wife's birthday. I don't know how I was going to tell her I was going on the 26th of March, but anyway, it happened that they had to postpone it. Now the reason I'm going to America is to sign a very lucrative deal, and that deal is for the humanitarian program that NLA has been nominated as one of the distributors of the money that comes in for the humanitarian. That's why they've used the Chingaling coin as a stored value, and they've allocated $100 billion a year to Next Level Africa. When this gets out there that we've got this sort of money coming in, this is purely for humanitarian projects. The criteria for that, we're just doing all that now, putting it into the Smada World site and what you'll need to do for that. But we can nominate the project, the humanitarian project. I have appointed a team of chartered accountants that will vet any of the projects to make sure that they're genuine. Once they're genuine, they'll be signed off on, and then the banks will pay the money into whatever account it is. Now, as I said, that's $100 billion, so we're going to be able to make, look, not a big difference to the need for the humanitarian needs worldwide, but certainly there's not too many companies that can boast of having $100 billion that's been given to them by a large banking organisation to benefit the members that we have looking for. This does not include charities and personal crowdfunding things. It's just the humanitarian projects that we're running out there. So when the world hears about that, because in order to be a recipient of this, you need to be a member of Next Level Africa. That's pretty much where it is. So if you're not a member of Next Level Africa, you can't receive or apply for the grants and the humanitarian out there. So we're going to have a lot of people that simply want to become part of Next Level Africa. We've got some major projects going in there now, and you'll see them coming in there shortly. Just to give you an idea of what's happened since we started this promotion, as I mentioned before, on the 23rd of the 3rd, we had the asset account at $4.5 billion, which market maker set our coin at $62.15. 2 days after that, because it happens about every 14 odd days, the way the humanitarian program works. This is where we get our funds into. They're putting $20 billion into our asset account. So on the 25th, our coin went up to $70.86, and it gives us $5.1 billion in our asset account. On the 10th of the 4th, the coin went up another $10. Asset account $5.8 billion. As you can see there, that during the month of, or in the last month, we've had $1.3 billion put into our asset account. So the banks certainly look after the NLA component of what's going on there. When we developed initially the Chingaling coin, the coin was brought out for a reason. And we were very clear on this reason we brought out the coin. The banks loved it so much they decided they wanted to buy it. So they did. But in doing that, I did the deal with them that they would put $20 billion into the NLA asset account, and they would back our coin and give us our own coin. They certainly did that. Look, because I did own a third of the Chingaling coin out there, I simply could have collected my money and said thank you very much, I'm off. But I felt that I owed something back to the NLA members that have supported this such a long time. It was my duty to give that back to the members, and we're certainly doing that. And many members will start to see the benefits of what we've been waiting for the last 3 years. So don't delay. Secure your future now with this amazing offer. If you have a position in BCN's Smada team, you can sponsor yourself. If you have been invited by a member, get back to that member. Or if you need a sign-up link, respond through this Google Doc. All participants must register on this Google Doc. We'll post a copy of the link in there so that you can have it, because we need to know so we can record it. Also, what I'm going to be mentioning here as well, just in finalising this presentation, is that, look, we do have a lot of people that have been asking us, can they join Next Level Africa now? Now, all registrations have been closed while we're putting the lines back in again. We have 30,000 to put in there, so they're going in now. We're working on line 5, and eventually we'll have them all back in. So what I'm going to be offering out there, and we'll put an email in there, which is support@smada.world, for expressions of interest. If anybody wants to do this, we've decided to look after some members out there, but we're only going to do it in batches of a minimum of 50 positions in Next Level Africa, because we need to do an Excel sheet on this so it can be loaded in by our computer, the CSV file. We're not interested in doing one at this stage. People can wait for the site to be open if they want to do 1 or 2 positions, that's all right. But I don't want to be offering this out there and we find that we've got 1,000 positions to put in manually. We don't want to do anything manually. So if we do this, it will be done through a CSV file, and we load that in from there. I'm going to quickly hand this back to Angelina so that she can then from there just let you know what is required from there. She'll mention the fact that we'll do a Q&A. I'll answer whatever questions I can. If you can appreciate, I'm still on non-disclosure, so some of that I've just told you now. The banks would be a little bit upset with me mentioning it. I don't want to rain on their parade out there.